Construction News Tracker is presented by Caterpillar's new lineup of medium wheel loaders and produced by 4constructionpros.com. Finally, after months of political turmoil in Washington, we have an infrastructure bill. The $1 trillion proposal has money in it for roads, bridges, rail transit, ports, safe water, broadband internet, and more. Passed on a 228 to 206 vote, it promises to reach nearly every corner of the country and is being compared to the building of the interstate highway system in the 1950s. Apparently shrugging off the last vestiges of the coronavirus pandemic, the nation's employers added 531,000 jobs to the payrolls in October. The latest Labor Department numbers show the added jobs was the highest since last July and now sets the country's unemployment rate at 4.6%. Economists also say that construction added 44,000 positions in October, a nice increase, but nowhere near what is needed to keep the economy moving, although it is in positive territory. The Biden administration's COVID-19 mandate for federal contractors and workplaces has been set at January 4th. OSHA has instituted the date and expected to set hefty fines for businesses that defy the order, for businesses that employ 100 or more. The OSHA rules allow for a testing alternative to vaccinations, and we expect lawsuits to follow. Construction growth looks promising in 2022. That from Dodge Data Construction Network Chief Economist Richard Branch. The latest outlook calls for construction starts to rise 6% in the next year, which follows a 12% jump in 2021. And, says Branch, these new increases will bring total construction starts to $946 billion next year from a high of $893 billion this year. Residential starts will continue to show growth, but slowing down somewhat, bumping up 3% next year. While multifamily starts have risen 16% this year, they are only projected to increase some 2% in 2022. Commercial construction starts that took a major hit from the pandemic in 2020 can be expected to rise 12% next year. The one category that is rising substantially, warehousing, saw a 36% jump this year and will rise another 13% in 2022. All this, seen as a major infusion of new construction projects, comes into view for the new year. Skilled trade contractors are desperate for talent, and there's a tremendous loss of candidates. The latest survey of the industry finds the median age of construction workers as 41, putting extensive pressure on contractors to find younger talent. But that begs the question, where are they? And at least one school has reached the conclusion there's no desire to work in the construction field. Indiana State University construction management officials say there's absolutely no intent from college students to work in this field, as construction ranked last on a list of 22 industries actively recruiting workers, which has deteriorated greatly over the last 20 years. The Indiana DOT has partnered with Purdue University Engineering Department to create a pilot project of the nation's first paved highway containing wireless electric vehicle charging capacity. Teamed with the German company Magment, Purdue engineers will design and test a dynamic roadway which includes the German company's magnetizable concrete component. Eventually, the Indiana DOT will construct a test run of a roadway using the embedded EV charging materials for electric vehicles somewhere in Indiana in 2023. The pandemic cut hard into travel worldwide and was significant in the U.S. Nonetheless, efforts are underway to recover, and Pittsburgh seeks to lead the charge. That city's airport authority has broken ground on a $1.4 billion, 700,000 square foot terminal building to be built with the ground up from the post-pandemic service in mind. Architects and designers are working to make the structure fully efficient by combining landside and airside ground operations into a single connected facility, cutting the commuter's travel time between car and plane in half. It's hoped they can complete that project in 2025. CAT is unveiling a complete new lineup of medium wheel loaders. Brand new technologies in the next-gen lineup of 966, 966XE, 972, and 972XE machines will boost efficiencies and productivity. The 7 to 9 ton wheel loader lineup now carries increased operator efficiencies, while both models deliver high bucket fill, increasing productivity by some 10%. Maintenance costs are reduced by nearly 20% with the next-gen extended filter and fluid change interval periods, while fuel efficiencies are improved by 35% with the CAT XE models compared to previous models. Standard CAT payload with assist for accurate weighing of bucket payloads is found on all 4 new models, as there are other CAT features available on each. Check out all 4 new CAT medium wheel loaders at your local CAT dealer soon. In closing, a man can fail many times, but he isn't a failure until he actually gives up. This is Construction News Tracker, looking over the industry that makes the world a better place, presented by Caterpillar and produced by 4constructionpros.com. Follow us on social media, Twitter, using hashtag Construction News, YouTube at 4ConstructionPros, and on Meta at /4ConstructionPros, as the streaming web never ends.
Construction News Tracker is presented by Caterpillar and produced by 4ConstructionPros.com.